Hi guys, welcome back to episode number 5 of my Football Manager 2017 save with Santos FC. We've entitled this Better Than Pele because what we're trying to do is we're trying to emulate the legendary Pele who scored 1,281 goals in 1,363 games. Now, personally speaking, I wouldn't say in any normal league across Europe that would ever be repeated. However, in the Brazilian league, they do have lots of games. We're looking if we get through to the final of the cups, assuming we don't win 2-0 in the cups and things like that in the first leg because they've got a weird rule in the cups. That if you win 2-0 and you're the big team, you go through automatically. But assuming we don't, then we could possibly play in 60 games in the domestic season, 60 or 70 games in the domestic season, which is insane. So what I decided to do was make this really an update just on how we're getting on, because last game you saw was the game is 0-0 against Sep, which was quite poor, granted. Weren't too happy, picked up a lot of bookings and Gustavo Henrique got sent off. So I was looking at the series and I'm thinking, well, what we've got to do is we've got to try and get through this quickly because it's obviously taking its time. There's a lot of games, and obviously we wanted to get this series off and running quickly. You guys don't want to be sitting and watching every single game, because obviously 70 games a season, maybe 2 games an episode, so you're talking 35 episodes a season. You get what I'm saying here. It would take forever. So what I decided to do was basically just do 5 games off camera, coming back to you for a live com. I'll go away, do another 5 games off camera, roughly, give or take, depending on the situation. Maybe in this case it'll actually only be 2 if we sort of have a wee look at the fixture list in a wee minute. However, I'll be doing some off camera, some on camera, and we'll mix and match to see which suits best for the channel. So without further ado, let's just have a wee look at how we got on in the other games. Now, obviously, that was 0-0. I was very unhappy. I gave them a right bollocking. I'll be honest, I gave them an absolute bollocking. And, well, the next game was against BTF, who I'm assuming are Botafogo, but I could be wrong on that one. Stupid bloody licensing laws. Well, we won 5-0. Really, really good. Donizetti scored 2. Andrew Anderson, we got an own goal, and of course Bruno Suarez added a penalty. Now Bruno Suarez obviously is the man who we're trying to get up to the legendary Pele's total. Andrew Anderson's actually got a decent chance as well. If we just have a wee quick look at his stats, he's doing very well in training, and he's also 16 years old, just like Bruno Suarez, and finishing 14. So you never know how his career will progress. You know, he'll be a bit part player, but I would like to see him play a few games. But yeah, I was really happy with the performance. We came back, and really I was very impressed. So Bruno Suarez got a 9, but Donizetti, I mean, he just played the game of his life. I mean, the 33-year-old really is looking pretty damn good at the moment. So next up, we went away to Linense and a 0-0 draw. The less said about this game, the better, because I just got so frustrated watching it. We just kept on shooting and shooting and shooting from all different angles, and it was just high, wide, and not very handsome. It was really poor. 18 shots to 4, 8 shots on target to 1, and we still didn't manage a single goal between us. So less said about that game, the better. So moved on to the Sao Paulo derby, and wow, this game, I was beginning to wonder if it was gonna end up with 11 against 11, because look at the amount of bookings here. The Brazilian league's absolutely mental. I have to say, the referees are just crazy. I mean, they just book anyone for the smallest little thing. It's mad. I mean, no wonder you see these videos on YouTube of Brazilian referees getting chased about the place. No bloody wonder. It's unbelievable. But as you can see, we took the lead with Emiliano Vecchio. It was a good goal, actually, to be fair. Shot from outside the area. They equalised for 72 minutes gone, Cicero. Bruno Suarez in the 91st minute. Really, it just... I'll no lie, I was punching the air. I was bouncing about the room for minutes afterwards. I was just so happy that won us the derby, which we didn't really deserve. To be honest, we were pretty poor on the day, but a smash and grab win, and that man Suarez scoring again, fantastic. So we moved on. Next, we're in the away tie to SBE. Who I'll be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure who they're supposed to be. But Bruno Suarez started us off with a penalty. They equalised. Keita scored just on the stroke of half time, which made my team talk a lot easier because I was going to go straight through the team. Vecchio, 4 minutes after the restart, made it 3-1, and I'm thinking easy street. But Moraes scored a penalty, which we believe was given away by Kleber, which I was totally not happy with at all. Dispatched the penalty, and Donizetti, that man, with a magical goal from outside the area to make it 4-2. So that ended that game. Final game to catch up on, we beat Grêmio 2-0. Now, interestingly enough, I just want this to be noted that the Brazilian league is absolutely crazy. Because I got an email from the club to say that they were expecting a low turnout to this game. And I'll be honest, I had to take a double take. I thought Football Manager's at it here. But no, it was, they said, they estimated that it would be about 7,000 or 8,000, and that Grêmio would take 10 fans. In actual fact, they took 14, which I'm quite impressed with. Well done to them. But I was thinking, when I'm Scottish, I go and watch Partick Thistle every week. There's a team in our league, Hamilton Accies, and they've probably got one of the lowest home supports in all of the top leagues in Europe. They really have. It's about 1,300 or something. They take about 40 people away from home. Most of them are children who start fights, but that's by the by here. The 14 fans. I mean, I'm sorry, but even the players' wives and girlfriends should be more than 14. That's a joke. So I really wasn't happy with them bringing only those fans, but those 14 fans were treated to a 2-0 loss, which I'm delighted about. Bruno Suarez scored a penalty. To be fair, I didn't think it was a penalty. It looked like a bit of a dive on the 3D, but we'll take it anyway. And young Alexandre Tan scored, so really happy with his performance as well. So looking at the league table, guys, with only a couple of games to go in the Paulista group stage, and it's looking very, very nice. We're sitting top, played 10, won 8, drawn 2, and lost none. Goal difference plus 20, really quite happy with that. The only team I think that can catch us in the group stages are Sao Paulo, because Corinthians have already played that extra game. So as far as I'm concerned, as long as we do our job today, we should finish top of this group. Obviously then we go on to the next round, which I believe is the quarterfinals. So quarterfinal first leg and second leg, and then semi-final first, second leg, and then hopefully into the final first and second leg. So as you can see, this is just the group stage of the first half of the league. This sort of mini sort of regional type league, which I think is quite a good idea, to be honest. But I mean, that's quite a lot of games to play before you go on to the actual league season. But we'll get into that closer to the time. So, on to today's episode. What are we looking at today? We've got a home tie against Odd Oaks from Sao Paulo. Really not sure how good they are, but I don't think we should really be worried too much about them. So what I'm going to do is just have a wee quick run through the team that we're going to go with. There has been a couple of changes. This looks kind of like the normal team that we've played. However, there has been the odd change through to suspension and the odd couple of days injury that we've had to switch players about here and there. But overall, very happy with this as a general team. So we've got Vanderlei in goals, back four of Faraz, Zeka, Gustavo Henrique and Kleber. Sitting just in front of them, we've got Thiago Maia in the bottom of our midfield diamond, which includes Lucas Lima and Donizetti, with Vecchio just behind Keita and our man Suarez. So, without further ado, guys, I'm going to get into this game and I'll see you guys at the other side. Well, guys, as you can see, Lucas Silvestre wants us to hard tackle quite a few players, which I like. I'm really a big fan of that. Showing a few on the weaker foot as well. Challenge the team to pick up where they left off. I'm quite happy with that because we played half decently well. Nothing happening, just get out there and make a difference, try and give them a wee bit of confidence, but no one's actually listening. Nope. Oh yeah, one looked happy. That's good, Kleber. Well done, son. So without further ado, let's get right into the game. And I think I've left this on. Yeah, I've left that on Data Analyst. Let's get back to 2D Classic. And let's see what happens. So 8 minutes gone, nothing really happening, which is not too bad for us because we can always snatch a goal from somewhere. We always seem to. There's only been 2 games this season where we've not scored, both 0-0 draws. So more often than not, we do score at some point. So half an hour gone. This has been a really boring live com, guys. It's been just bugger all happening. Oh, here we go. Second the ball in. Gustavo Enrique, and there we go. There's the first goal. What looked like a bullet header from Gustavo Enrique. Let's have a look. Zeka with a corner kick, ball in, and Gustavo Enrique rose like a salmon, and boom, it's 1-0 Santos. Very happy with that. That's all we need, I think, is a win to guarantee that we finish top of our section. So, really quite happy. So, let's see. Camley, happy with your performance, keep it up. Bruno Suarez, you weren't bad, but I believe you still did better. Let's see who's doing really well. Gustavo Enrique is playing really well. Keita, I'm going to say assertively, I'm not happy with his performance. Same with Vecchio. Again, 6.5 for me is not very good at all. Now Donizetti, yeah, I'm going to take him off. He's got that booking and he's also at 79% condition. I just think that given Renato again, because Renato obviously started the season, so giving him the game would do him good as well. So here we go. It's Zeka into Keita. Nothing happening in first highlight as per usual. Again, we've got 61 away fans here. I'm not very impressed. The away attendances in Brazil are pretty damn poor. So, hey ho, never mind. So, 60 minutes gone and it's sub time, I think. Let's see who we've got playing well or otherwise. I'll bring on William for Gustavo Enrique, the goal scorer, because he's knackered. And I'm also going to bring on Alexandre Tam, because he impressed me in the last game, for Vecchio. So, without further ado, let's just get back into it. Just a couple of wee changes here and there, just to freshen things up a bit, keep them all going. As here they come, it's Hugo. Hugo's on the ball. And Vanderlei with a good save, that's fine. I was getting a wee bit worried there. As we put the ball in, and it's a penalty. It's another penalty. We seem to get a lot of these at the moment. I don't know why, but it's going to be Suarez to step up to take it. He's got a good record from the start of the season, and he scores another one. Fantastic. And this is what I mean about Bruno Suarez. He scored 10 this season. That's 11 games. He is on penalties, and he has scored a few penalties this year. He's missed one as well, which I think was pretty disappointing. But for a kid, you probably don't expect him to have the sort of mental stats to try and get this all done. But no, really happy with how he's performing on the season, and if he can keep this up, this kind of goal ratio up, I'd be more than happy come the end of it. and he'd be quite close to getting Pele's record if he plays it. Oh, what a finish! Bruno Suarez, and that's his 11th goal in 11 games. Well, as I was just about to say, if he continued that throughout his whole career, well, I mean, this boy, I mean, look him up in your own saves. If you've got the Brazilian leagues loaded, because he is in their under 16s or under 18s when he starts. So you might have to have the Brazilian leagues loaded, or certainly the players from Brazil loaded. But this young guy looks to be superb. To be honest, I think Andre Anderson is actually rated better than him in the game by certainly by our coaches anyways. It finishes 3-0. But the reason I went for Bruno Suarez is because he's the first one I saw. I didn't actually see Andre Anderson, but by the time I'd sort of made this made the starter video, I'd sort of decided it was going to be Bruno Suarez, so I'm kind of stuck with it now. So really happy with that. We won 3-0. A few players played really, really well, but I'm not going to single them out just now because I want to see what we can do in the final game of this group stage. So as we look at the league table, let's have a wee look at this. Yes, we are indeed top. With one game left, we're 4 points ahead in the league table. Quite happy with that performance. And what we'll do, guys, is look at the schedule. And what I'll do is I'll play the last game off camera, and I'll actually come back to you for a double header in the Copa de Brazil, the first round. And I'll do the first round, first leg and second leg, hopefully in a double header, unless other games come in the way. But that's what I'm planning on doing. So if you've enjoyed this video, drop a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. It would really help the channel out, help the channel grow. With the way that YouTube kind of ranks these videos, it's all about interactions. So that would really help out. If you're new around here, chuck a wee sub on. I'd really appreciate that. And I will see you guys in the very next video.